Well, I had three introductions ready to go here at Luis Miguel Echegaray LME with Janusz Michallik as Chelsea looked like they were going to get that victory thanks to a Jorginho penalty. But then came Casemiro, the Brazilian midfielder, with a powerful header for Manchester United. Goal line technology confirmed it, and it ends 1-1 at Stamford Bridge. And the race to climb up that table continues. Janusz, initial thoughts, my friend. Who do you think is happier out of this draw?
All I know, and I don't know where this ends, but this was a very, very good game. And on so many different levels, right? Because we have to look at it, the teams where they've been, where they are, where they're going. We have to look at the two managers that have been questioned to a degree, right? And I think they've been tremendous in this game. All I know is that I saw two very good teams fighting, wanting to attack, wanting to win the games. Teams that had momentum going into this, right, on unbeaten streaks, both of them as well. Kepa perhaps lost his, although he was wonderful. Didn't save that last wonderful header from Casemiro, but I think a couple of saves there on Rashford in particular were very, very good. So look, the way I look at it is that both teams will be relatively happy with a draw. This is a game because of that momentum that they have right now that they couldn't lose, right? A point is fine by them. This is a massive matchup, and I think they'll be very happy with it.
Let me ask you this as we continue to dissect this match. I think it's probably better than asking you this towards the end of it. Let's ask it right here in the middle, because obviously, they had to wait. Both sides had to wait late for a goal, specifically Manchester United. But Cristiano Ronaldo not being here dropped after obviously the loss to Tottenham. He refused to come on. He wasn't part of the, final celebrations. In the end, we know the drama that ensued the week that followed, with Erik Ten Hag saying, no, this is not tolerable. Of course, Roy Keane and, in the UK is standing up for him, which is kind of weird in my opinion. But what do you make of that, of Ronaldo not being there? Do you think, well, A, what do you make of it? And B, would he have held today?
No, actually, everything's been said. I think obviously it wasn't proper. It was sort of, he put something on an Instagram instead of just putting sorry. I saw 2 pages of something that sort of meant sorry. But let's get past that. Everybody has said about it. He actually made it easier for Ten Hag, right? Because he wouldn't have played it in this game anyway. As I've been consistent here, on our Premier League Express show with Kay, been consistent. He's on his way out. Ten Hag is massaging the situation the best he can, and he made it easier because Cristiano Ronaldo, after a game like Spurs that he didn't want to go into, right? Even if he did, he wouldn't have played in this game. He's there to play the lesser game, the Omonia games in Europe or whatever it is. So instead of having drama right ahead of this game, say he did go into that game, he still wouldn't have played, and we'd have this bigger discussion that would have probably overtaken a Chelsea against Manchester United game. So I think he shot himself in the foot, Cristiano Ronaldo. And maybe, who knows, I don't think he's that cynical, but maybe he knew this was coming anyway, because he wasn't going to play in this game. So let's leave it at that, because it was really about two very good teams with two very good managers. And perhaps it's worth talking about these managers.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Graham Potter's run with Chelsea, undefeated run, continues, of course, and Erik Ten Hag, he's creating a culture here with Manchester United, but in the end, 1-0. And by the way, this is the 5th consecutive draw, I believe, between both these sides in this game. They remain level, so there's a little bit of a similarity, I guess, for both clubs, as they're both looking for new identities. Who spoke out to you in this game? Anybody in particular? Obviously, Jorginho scoring the penalty, courtesy of a Scott McTominay defending a defensive error in a corner as well. And then Casemiro, what a header. I mean, I feel like he really needed that, and Manchester United need that. But anybody else spoke out to you in this game?
Casemiro's up to speed. And then again, allow me to go back to these managers because I think it's important, because, when I look at these two teams, as I said, good times are coming back maybe, right? Because, Manchester United hasn't been Manchester United for a long time, and Chelsea, to a degree, haven't either, right? Chelsea had different issues to deal with in terms of ownership, but there was chaos, right? But look at Manchester United, Ten Hag. Hard. See, the thing about these two teams is that I have a feeling that players finally believe in their managers, right? Because if you look at Potter, his demeanor, his tactics. Look at the tactical change when Manchester United were on top today to go to that diamond midfield, add an extra player, right? When he I think Cucurella went out and Kovacic came in. It was the right time. We didn't know how it was going to end up, but it was the right adjustment at the time, right? Later on, Ten Hag with Fred probably was a good adjustment as well, because at the time when he came in, Chelsea were coming into the game, and you say to yourself, do you really want Eriksen deep right next to Casemiro? Push him up a little bit and give the strength and power and quality of Fred, who was wonderful against Spurs. So my point in all of it is that they'll be happy. These players, I think, see in Potter somebody that's flexible. His demeanor is better than Tuchel, right? On the sideline as well, and they believe in him. If you look at Ten Hag, has had to make difficult decisions, not just Cristiano Ronaldo decision, but Harry Maguire decision, Lewis as well. And certainly when you look at him as a whole, if I'm a player in that, and I've seen it already, that's much different than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Ralf Rangnick, right? When tactically you had plenty of questions about both of them. So the game was very good. It was tactical. It was two teams that played through their identity, the one that we thought in the past. So look, I mean, this is just one game. As we said, we don't know how the season is going to develop, but when you talk about progress and process, at the very least today I saw something. It's a little bit like Mikel Arteta, where, you know, last season, right, started 3 losses, 9 goals against, 0, we had him fired, and then all of a sudden quietly they're moving up, and we see the results here. This game, and not just this game, because United had a very good game against Spurs as well, and Chelsea haven't been conceding at all. Just remember this game, because I saw a lot of good stuff for both sides. But Casemiro, certainly dealing with Casemiro, perfect. At first, you're like, why'd they get him? Why is he not playing? He just needed to get up to speed of the Premier League, because the quality and experience can't be questioned. And that goal today, how big is that goal? We don't know yet, but it feels very big.
Yeah, for him, it's massive, because it's a massive sort of inducer of what can happen, of course. And as you said, Janusz, this was a game of chess, naturally. 2 very good managers reacting to each other's movements. And in the end, it stayed as a draw. Rafael Varane, unfortunately, came off injured. He was in tears. It seems that it's going to be a serious injury, hopefully, for him and Manchester United. And the French national team is not as awful. But, you know, we're probably thinking now, you know, some other additions, some other headaches at the back here, Janusz, for Manchester United.
Well, maybe. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, you're going to have to react sometimes. Let's just wait and see. I think everybody's been getting chances. I wouldn't be surprised if when Harry Maguire is healthy, Erik Ten Hag may be able to get the best out of him. Remember the criticism of Lisandro Martinez? I mean, I'm not saying he's been brilliant, but today, again, he was very, very good. Not for the first time. A little bit up and down. So I believe in managers. Once the team believes that there's somebody that can get the best out of you, I would not be surprised that he gets the best out of the likes of, I don't know, Lindelof and Harry Maguire as the time goes, because you're going to have to do with what you have until January. And I fully believe that Ten Hag will find a solution.
Yeah, I will fight anyone who says anything bad about Lisandro Martinez. He's a tremendous, tremendous fighter. But at the end, you have Chelsea won, Manchester United won, and I guess the happiest of them all are the teams above them, because a point apiece and the race for a top 4 and, of course, the Premier League title continues. A fantastic game and a great game of chess.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.